Good evening. Welcome to another edition of Geopolitical Updates. In today's full briefing, we cover four major developments shaking global politics, from a razor-thin confirmation in Washington that puts Donald Trump's former personal lawyer at the top of America's justice system, to high-stakes talks over the Strait of Hormuz, a deadly Russian missile strike near Kyiv, and a growing diplomatic clash between Spain and Italy over migration. Let's get straight into it. First to Washington. Todd Blanche, Donald Trump's former personal lawyer, has been narrowly confirmed as the United States Attorney General.
On this vote, the yeas are 50, the nays are 49. The nomination is confirmed.
In a late-night Senate vote, Blanche secured confirmation by a 50-49 margin. Two Republican senators, Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski, joined all Democrats in opposing the nomination. Louisiana Republican Bill Cassidy cast the decisive vote that sealed the confirmation. Blanche has been serving as acting Attorney General since April. After the vote, he said he was deeply honored by the trust and confidence President Trump has placed in me. The confirmation ends a prolonged standoff between Senate Republicans and the Trump administration. Some Republican senators had raised concerns about Blanche's handling of Jeffrey Epstein-related documents and his role in establishing Trump's $1.8 billion anti-weaponization fund. With this vote, one of Trump's closest legal allies now holds the nation's top law enforcement position. Next to the Middle East and the critical Strait of Hormuz, Oman says positive talks are underway with Iran over securing a shipping route through the strait. However, Tehran has made it clear that any deal would not mean an immediate reopening of the waterway. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi stated that discussions are in their final stages, but the reopening of the strait remains subject to other conditions. Iran has effectively blockaded the Strait of Hormuz since February, when the United States and Israel began attacking it. Around one-fifth of the world's oil and natural gas normally passes through this vital choke point. Talks in recent days have focused on a possible new route through the strait that both Iran and Oman would be responsible for. Oman's foreign ministry has also warned against any attacks on shipping that could disrupt progress. While both sides describe the talks as positive, no clear timeline for a final agreement has been announced. Turning to Ukraine, at least 3 people, including a child, have been killed in overnight Russian missile attacks near the capital, Kyiv. According to the head of the regional military administration, ballistic missiles struck areas east of Kyiv, also injuring 3 other people. This latest attack comes just days after 21 people were killed in previous Russian strikes. Ukraine has been running critically low on Western-donated interceptor missiles used to defend its skies. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has issued a fresh appeal for more US-made Patriot interceptor missiles, saying current supplies are not enough. His call comes after US President Donald Trump appeared to backtrack on a promise to grant Ukraine a license to manufacture the defensive systems. Despite the uncertainty, Zelensky continues to refer to an existing agreement with the United States on that license. Finally, a sharp diplomatic dispute inside the European Union. Spain has imposed temporary border controls on all air and sea travel from Italy. The measures began at midnight and will remain in place for 1 month. This move comes 1 week after Italy introduced similar restrictions, following a major migrant influx into the Spanish exclave of Ceuta. Around 78,000 migrants from Morocco entered Ceuta, triggering the crisis. Spanish officials say they are randomly checking the documents of 5 to 10% of passengers arriving from Italy. Italy has stated its own controls are also random. The row has pitted Spanish Socialist Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez against Italian Conservative Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, who has long pushed for stricter EU migration rules. Although Italy does not share a land border with Spain, Rome says the temporary suspension of Schengen free movement is necessary to stop migrants who entered Ceuta from traveling onward to Italy. That's your full geopolitical briefing for today. From Washington's new Attorney General to the Hormuz standoff, the continuing war in Ukraine, and rising tensions inside the European Union, the global order remains under pressure on multiple fronts. If you found this update useful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next full briefing. Thank you for watching. Stay informed.